Hello Capricorn, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page if you've come across this video on Facebook. So first of all, yes, this is for you Capricorn, whether you are following the Capricorn sign or the Capricorn sign is in your chart, whether it may be your sun, moon, rising and or Venus. So welcome everybody. And also there may be some of you who are watching for a Capricorn who's somebody who might be a Capricorn in your life. So, and you may be watching this to get an idea on what might be going on for them. So anyway, welcome as well. Okay, so just remember that these reads are, or the messages that come through are general, so they may or may not resonate with you like right now. So today I am recording this on Saturday the 10th of April 2021. So yes, this is for April, the month of April 2021. So, and yes, I know, April 2021, crikey dokes. So there's something about this month, and I'm just taking notice of how many times I've said that so far. But it must be, and it feels like it's a big month for a lot of signs actually, a lot of us out there in one way or another. So there seems to be something turning, or a pivotal turning point this month, and it may have been showing up, or you may have been seeing signs of shifts with certain things happening in your life. I'm just going to turn this light on, so it won't be a moment. So what I'm hearing is, and I've just noticed that I haven't turned the light on over this camera. So there may be something that may be shedding a bit of light, a little bit of light may be shedding, coming to light, or information coming to fruition to shed a little bit of light, sorry. So there is that sense there. Okay, cool. That there is things. So anyway, I kind of digress from my introduction as usual, but so just remember that these messages are general, so they, like I say, they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, wonderful. If they don't, maybe check out one of your other signs just to, or if it's not resonating with you quite right now, I'm just thinking it may be gosh, there's a lot of interesting things going on, and interruptions and disruptions, because I feel like I've been thrown off course a bit, and with something coming through or coming in. But so it may be more of a forecast for you, which is why it may not fully understand, or you may not fully understand, or it resonates with you right now. Just remember, we all have free will. So like I say, just take what does resonate with you and leave the rest. Okay. And also check out what your other signs are. If you don't know what they are, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website, and it has a free calculator on it in there, and it will help you with and you can find out. Gosh, I feel like I'm all over the place, and I was like sitting down centered and focused. So there could be something about that going on with you at the moment as well. Wow. Anyway, going back to my introduction again, so that's something. Okay, anyway, back to where I was again. So there's something moving on again. There we go. So I'm just curious there, because I've got 4 or 5 out here today, and it's like, we'll just see how that goes, how this flow is, and I'm just asking along the way there what this flow is about. So I'm hearing like there is something that may be asking about what is going on, like to the universe, to yourself, and taking some time out so you can figure out what it is that is going on for you, going on with you, where you're wanting to take things in. I just like in your life, whether this could be like work, business, some sort of study, like career and all that sort of thing, or it may be a study as in a hobby. It may be something to do with relationships even, and not necessarily like relationships in general, or relationships with family members. I'm hearing for some of you. Others of you will be relationships within the workplace. Some of you it's going to be relationships as in love, past relationships in love, love, yeah, past relationship or ships, as well as the current one or an upcoming one, which is kind of interesting that they talk about that as well. So anyway, okay, where are they going? Okay, so moving on from that, yeah, just remember to subscribe to my channel if this resonates with you, and or you like what I do. So, and also leave a comment and or a thumbs up, either way, or all three. That's fine, whatever. Yeah, subscribing to my channel would be really cool. Anyway, let me see, where are we going? I just want to go carry on because there's like a lot of energy that's starting to build up and coming out of that. So we've got they're doing I was thinking of changing it, but it keeps going back to mind, body, soul, spirit, or mind, body, spirit, soul. So there's something about that connecting in there together. So, but there's basically an overall energy at the top here with these angel balance, with these angel balance cards. And I want to say angel balance, but it's actually not that. This is the angel of balance in the mind here. Okay, so this is balancing energy here, but the cards are actually energy oracle deck. It's my energy oracle deck, but this is where they're talking about is balancing the energy around you. So, because I'm hearing because this has come on the mind, in the mind row, it's like I'm just hearing getting your mind around things, balancing things out so you can be able to feel like you're, balance, more balance, but create that balance. So it's like, what is it that you're feeding your mind? And is it positive, or are you being more pessimistic than positive? It's one thing to weigh things up, but that sometimes that kind of it can be more be more of a pessimistic or a negative energy that's around, and that outweighs it rather than a balancing out. So I feel like some of yous are embellishing it, or getting that stuck, or expanding like a negative energy rather than looking for the good in it, and you're looking more at the negative or what's gone wrong rather than what's gone right. So there's something about balancing that, and it's balancing what you're feeding your mind as well. But I'm hearing, because that's mainly that for me, that's because this is the mind row, they're working with that. Okay, number 48, number 4 is about grounding, number 8 is infinity, that sign of infinity, and knowing that we are infinite beings, so we can take control of whatever it is that we're wanting to take control of or be in control of, which obviously with the thoughts in this one. Okay, and grounding yourself with the 4. There's also about direction, and that's where where am I going with this direction? But ground yourself. Number 30 here in this deck is the garden and the gate. So this one here on a physical level, there's something really there for you to, physically move into or move on to. And there's a nice pasture in the back there beyond the gate that is closed at the moment. But there's a lot of light there. So there's a lot of flourishment there, as with on the other side there that is maybe more pasture, but there are newer pastures to walk on, to grow, okay, to turn into that garden there where it's flourishing on this side of the garden where you are at the moment. But I do feel like there's abundance, and there's on the other side of that fence as well, there's growth there, but it's just needs a little bit more color in it. But it's like that's 3 here, but it's like you have to find the balance to see it within that way, but also walk it as well. So it's number 30 in the deck there. So 3 is about balance in my numerology knowing for me, and 0 is about there's something not about moving into a new cycle. Okay, there's something happening, something moving. So this is kind of like with the other side of it, there's something new. There is the landscape there, or a soulscape there, or something new there that has got the beginnings of growth, or something is like the soil is toiled, but now you've got to grow it. So that's really interesting. Anyway, we'll see what comes up through there. And then we have this angel of strength here, number 50 in the deck. So you know, energy is, you know, everything is energy and vibration. And so, and with this is what the 5 is for me. So everything is about energy. So if we're putting out, you know, consistently putting out energy that, or thoughts and feelings, and or we're letting our thoughts get away, which means, you know, we feel it, and we're having a vision of something, always going into the envisaging something not happening right, or blah blah blah. That's what's going to happen. So it's like the manifestation side of things, but this is about shifting that energy. So as you're moving into this new beginning as well, or this new cycle, because it's got the 0 there as well. And it's like this, some people would call this the God force energy, where there is a new way of thinking, a new way of being, like there's something bigger and greater out there, which is why what I see over here in this card here on the physical side, but now it's time to actually physically walk it. So yeah, the angel, the strength is here as you move through this, these changes that are coming up, and also, you know, for you, but also not just for you, but for others as well. Then we have a door to personal healing and happiness with number 34 on a soul level. So 34, 3 balance and 4 grounding. So there's something going in there where something is, you know, and when we find that balance, we're able to ground, because, you know, and because we're more, we're more in balance, we're more in tune, we're more aware, we're more consciously aware of what is going on around us, how we are responding to life, and into what else is going on within it. So then we have number 9 here, a broken heart. So number 9 for me talks about the end of coming to an end of a cycle. Okay. So there may be a process that some of you are going on that has actually broken your heart, whether it be, you know, a love relationship as well, and or something else. But it's definitely something, some sort of relationship in some way or form. And it may be a broken heart with grief as well, and a whole lot of, and other things that have come together that have all been at once. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you, it was either 9 weeks ago, 9 months ago, or 9 years ago, where something has happened that you're maybe still, you know, reveling about, and they've kind of like come together, but there is something that is moving. Okay. And for some of you, it may even be 9 days ago. Did I say that? Anyway. But something for some of you has come to an end of a cycle, either with some sort of broken heart stuff that's going on there. Wow. So this is kind of interesting, because it's like connected to the soul, but it isn't connected. So there's a past life thing and a past and this life thing that's going on as well. So there's a dual thing as well. There's a door to happiness, to personal healing and happiness that is connected to. And it's like patience here is the next card that's come under it. So it's going to require a little bit more patience, and I feel like some of you may be impatient at the moment, and with other things that have been happening around you, but there's just Spirit are just saying, you know, just be patient. And I'm just going to hold that card up. So I'm working with, or, you know, the energy, or with a group of energies called the Guardians of the Light. So they are a group of multi-dimensional, higher vibrational energies, whichever way you look at it or you call it. Some of you may be more familiar with that, with those sorts of energies, or knowing of them. But they come through, you know, with Pleiadian, Syrian, Arcturian, those sorts of energies, higher vibrational energies. But even like the Christ energy can, you know, he's like around in that realm as well, coming through with his messages, as well as the archangels and and all those types. So anyhow, we're moving on here. So, oh gosh, this one's come out. So Temperance. For some reason, I knocked that one. Balance and cooperation, okay? Stability. And this is like, the balance seems to be in sharing and cooperation. So, and I'm hearing like even collaboration, but cooperation is like, is one of the big things that's coming through at the moment as well. So something may not be sitting right with you, because I'm just having like, and you may be you're trying to express yourself, but not knowing how to express yourself, because it's like either way you're going to go is there may be something you're going to maybe upset someone, and or yourself, but also upset someone, and it's like at the end of it, if you don't say what you need to do, say, or express it, communicate it in some way or form, your point of view, you're going to be unhappy yourself. So, and then, that's not going to be good. Okay. Whoa. So anyway, going through here, when we talk about here in the mind level, next one down here is, there's 8 of Pentacles. There's a now card for me. So it wouldn't be surprised if there's something you're learning something new, a new skill, or a new ability is coming out for you. But there may be something where, there's something that's, because something maybe not be working quite right, and you may be like looking at learning, like studying something new in order to create like either a brand new job or an extension of something that you already know, so you can where are they going with, like for some of you, so you can do the best job possible with the work that you do. So there's always like this learning or extending of learning on about one thing or another. Now, some of you may not be necessarily going to uni or a learning institution like university, but some of you may be doing something more online, or a short term one, like a workshop or something like that, or a 6-week course or something, like just to upskill yourself a bit. So this one here, I'm feeling it may be the 8 of Pentacles for some of you, maybe upskilling yourself. Some of you, it may be something completely new, that it may be more of a hobby, but you may be able to make use of it in it may create a secondary income or whatever, something like that. But it may be just something that really relaxes you. So, but whatever it is, because it's a Pentacles, it could bring you in the form eventually or soon, a form of income for you. So there may be something trying to get your head around that. What is it that I want to do? And what do I need to do? And, and it may be like weighing up like the financial side of it as well, as in how can this work out? Then we have the Ace of Cups. This is really interesting, the Ace of Cups, which is in reverse. So there may be a little bit of resistance in, in dealing with some emotional stuff that is going on here, where you may be feeling like you need to move on, which is requiring a new set of skills here. But I'm turning that around. I'm hearing turn that around. So this is about you turning something around, where you may begin to realize that you can be more be more mindful about how you are in control of the way that you express your emotions. Okay, so there's a sense of a different calm about you, or a different knowing about you as well. But it's like there's some of you maybe leaving a situation, like where the grass maybe not be greener on the other side, where you're thinking it may not be, but it may be. So you may be leaving a situation that is quite comfortable, but it's going to require a bit of strength and courage, and which will end up opening, you're opening a door to healing yourself personally and happiness. And as you're mending this broken heart. So there may be a broken heart already there that you may be mending, and this may be confirmation for you about moving forward or moving in a certain direction. But this is like going as you're moving, like even though that it's like physically moving, it can be quite emotional, but don't resist the emotional shift that it's going to bring you. And walk in love. That's what I'm hearing for. The Emperor here, he comes through. I'm hearing Aries with him, fire energy with him. He comes through with some, this wisdom, this knowledge, this motivation, this authority about him, and also a sense of groundedness as well. So grounding yourself with these emotions here, and not resisting them, from feeling what it is that you need to feel, because here's the Emperor here. So for some of you, there may be an older male gentleman that is around you that, will offer some assistance in some way, some guidance, some wisdom, some knowledge. And this person may be in the physical, for a lot of you, and some of you it may be that, it may be more of a spiritual nature, where somebody, you may sense an older person there. Some of you, I feel like, to learn from how they walked their truth and that sort of thing, because that's what I'm hearing. This is, this is a lot like walking your truth and being solid and grounded in your knowing of who you are, because he knows his shit, he knows who he is, and he's the ruler of himself, and also leads the way for others. Because I just do feel like what is happening here is that even though it doesn't feel like you're opening a door, you're walking your walk, you're talking your talk, but there is like, you're leading the way, and is to showing up for yourself, basically, and walking your walk and talking your talk. And for some of you, I don't feel like, not all of you, it may be, maybe you generally will do that, but whatever is going on with you now, it may mean that, you may be feeling on your own, and sometimes that's what happens. But there's a few things going on there, but it means like what I'm hearing is like standing up for yourself. Okay, so then we have the number 7 here, the 7 of Cups, with I'm hearing dreams and nightmares actually, with the 7 of Cups, is like in moving is forward, putting out your dreams, but you've been putting out the nightmares as well. So this is about like finding that balance, and like, of course, everything's in working with your shadow self. Okay, well, this is a person here, I feel like they're talking about the shadow self and the shadow thoughts. So keeping everything, on an even keel there, and making, obviously looking more and feeling more into the positive side rather than the negative side of things, and seeing that, because that's exactly what you're going to get. Like, if you, like going back here, if you're going to think, more that's all you're going to like really focus on. But if you're going to like look at the positive things, and where things that are going to work out for the greater good of one of all, and you're heading in that place, and you're walking, with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, more so in that, even though there is this shitty stuff going on there, or there is a situation going on here, but it's like what I'm hearing is maybe a struggle for you to stay in that space, because you can turn things around. Okay, because there are flowers there. There is there are 3 things in there that are really good things. There are another couple of things that are not so good, but it all depends on how you look at it. Okay, in this picture. So, and dreams and visions of the future, we can make. It's what we make of it, is what I'm getting with that. So so what I'm hearing is like, often our emotions can lead us astray, at times, not all the time, but at times, and bring out a shadow side, or that we react or we respond in a way that doesn't serve us well. And sometimes we can, or you may be, sometimes, was that we can, I'm just keeping hearing react or respond, but there's another word that is like, just eludes me at the moment, where we don't make responsible decisions because we're in this emotional, state. And so, and at other times there, we can be in an emotional state, but it's like the energy is different, and we can make certain decisions based on not letting our emotions run it, or roll it. So in in a way there it may be very impulsive and that sort of thing. And when it's that's where I think you know where they're going. This is kind of like for some of you that may get really intense is where you are maybe thinking or feeling. So, but there is something about patience, is having patience with the situation and having patience with yourself. Because the 6, there's a 1 there, there's a new beginning with that. The 6 is about, there's creating something where you, that's looking at all points of view really about the situation. So there's this, like, I suppose, like a humanitarian sort of role coming there where there is no judgment, there is no taking sides, this is what it is, and so that's like a mediator sort of energy there, and looking at what you can do to help better the situation and for the best possible outcome for the greater good of one and all. Wow, so it's pretty cool. Because then we have the Lovers here that's coming through for you, Capricorn, and it's like here we have, and the Lovers there, it's like there is something new beginning. There is something for some of you in between, something for others of you that is coming together. But I feel like there is something new, and there's something even here that's bringing that balance. So you may be throwing out some old stuff, some old ways of thinking, doing, in order to sort this out as well, or to looking at what is happening here with this Lovers card. And the Lovers card is like, once again, there's this sense of, finding that balance within here. It's Angel of Balance within this and that, with the 8 of, this and that. So, because I'm hearing some tit for tat or tit and tat there. But there is something really nice about this, Lovers. It's like a fire. I feel like you're starting to see a lot of you. It's not all of you. This may not apply. Remember, may not apply to all of you. So there is a feeling that there are some of you this is about loving yourself more, and bringing, because here's on the, once again, like going back to this one here, is creating balance in your life. So I'm hearing like this is like taking care of yourself. Or self-care, like it may be like taking some time out, going for a swim, going to have a massage, a soak in the hot pools or something like that, or whatever it is, or going to just taking a couple of days off or a day off and going to the beach. It could be, the self-care could be an extension of an exercise regime that you have, or getting into one, healthier eating and that sort of thing. And then we have the Knight of Swords, because this Temperance here talks about balance. So I feel like there is some physical balancing that needs to be done as well, like in a physical way, not just in a mind way. So there's this, like, the mindset is starting to love yourself even more and bring about this balance. When you love yourself more, everything else starts to turn around. We're taking care of ourselves. So it's like that. It's like that analogy that they talk about when you're in a plane, and if the plane, and you've got a child with you, who do you put the mask on first? If you're told to put the mask on, the breathing apparatus, that the mask on you, do you put it on you or your child first? So it's like you put it on you. And a lot of us would go to the child, but then if we, by the time we might get on the child, but by the time we get on ourselves, you may have fainted, or you may have, run out of breath or something like that. So put yours on first so you can breathe, stay centered and focused as much as possible, and then go to the child, because you're able to do that. So then we have the Knight of Swords. So whatever is happening is, something is coming up on a spiritual level where, you may start to see or sense something happening here, because the Knight of Swords comes through. So it may feel a little bit disruptive, or may you may, see it as a bit disruptive, but sometimes things come up and they throw everything up in the air, or we end up throwing everything, or it throws everything up in the air because I just feel like something may be thrown up in the air, and it's like, but it helps shift things. And you may not see that right there and then, but it's like something will come out of it, which is actually, you know, you're going to need, you know, stay in that strength here, you know, that's come up on the soul level again. But, you know, and that courage. So, you know, it takes courage to open a lion's mouth and look in it, let alone put your hands in there as well. So there's something about, there's a gentleness there. Be gentle with yourself as well. But there's definitely courage and strength there with whatever is coming up. So this card here, the first chakra, the Archangel Michael, you know, going into the root chakra or the base chakra, which is coming through here, like with the grounding as well. So we're just going to finish off with that one. It's number 35. So it's balancing your energy, basically. Energy balance, grounding your energy there. There's the sun in the background there, and there's a lot of beautiful gold or yellow light, whichever way you like to call look at it, that is coming, that is like raising your vibration. But also, and then what I'm seeing with that, because yellow or gold like that is, for me, it talks about knowledge and wisdom coming through. So grounding, and be grounded in the knowledge and the wisdom that you have within you. Some of it, you know, it's across different lifetimes. It could be in the past lifetime that you don't know that you have there, but you're wondering, where is this, you know, where's this coming from? Well, actually it's there in you, probably, you know, sitting there subconsciously. Even could be learning from this lifetime as well. Could even be someone in spirit that are helping you bring that and recognize that. So this is a really like beautiful, powerful movement, I feel. Yeah, some of you may not feel that. So this is about healing the past. Okay. There for you, Capricorn. We'll see what else Archangel Raphael has to say. This has kind of been a little bit different, but there is a lot coming through. So, you know, in the sense that there's movement, there's shift. So it may feel a little bit higgledy-piggledy this month with certain things, but you know, the main thing is that you take care of yourself, you know, mind, body, spirit, and, you know, and soul. Like you're tending to all those parts of you, aspects of you. Beautiful. And that one, here we go. Okay, yeah, we have a choice to how you feel. You have a choice to how you feel. So it's like, okay, just not letting your head get in the way and like overthinking things. And, you know, because it's like you can start to conjure up stuff that is actually not even there. And like I say, this is about this energy thing, about watching, you know, being mindful about your thoughts, so you're not putting out a lot of energy that doesn't serve you. So one of the ways that they are suggesting to help with you through this process and to lift your energy, to move you on, to ground you, you know, help you, encourage you, or energize you to help you to move you or motivate you, is using crystals. So using crystals to keep your energy in a place of love with whatever you are manifesting. So, you know, whatever it is. So it may be, you know, peace and harmony. So the first one that comes to mind is, you know, the rose quartz. It's a very multi-purpose sort of a crystal that is very well known and very well used. And as I, you know, have said in the past in other videos, if you don't or haven't got access to one, then there, you know, Google an image, or, you know, get look for an image on the internet. So there are lots of free images out there, and maybe, you know, put one of them on your screensaver or something like that to like sit with it and gaze into it or look into it and feel its energy. So do not let your emotions get in your way. Okay, so there could be a bit of emotional stuff you may let get in your way. The other thing is meditate. Okay, meditate, taking time out. Meditation is good if you actually, you know, really, I mean, there are several ways to meditate. My favorite way is, you know, to sit and be still, either outside or inside, and play some music and be maybe a guided meditation, or just playing some music that will help settle my energy, that will my vibration, and also help me to clear it. And sometimes I might say, you know, a kariki or a prayer, or a whakatauki, or find something like that, a proverb that is around that, you know, that fits more with me. But even I'll just, you know, make my own prayer up, because I mean, and talk to God or Jesus, or, you know, the different the angels, or, you know, the Pleiadian energies, my guides and helpers in that sense as well. Protection is the last card out that's coming out and for you from Archangel Michael. And I feel that is when I hear the word protection, I'm hearing it as in creating boundaries. So when we talk about protection, is like, you know, not letting that fear get in the way of protection. So some people, when they say all protection, they get their guard up and they think fearfully about protection. But one of the ways that we can protect ourselves is really, and what I feel for you maybe more so now, is creating boundaries with things or people that are around you, from how far are you going to let yourself get caught up in something, the drama, the overthinking, the whatever, somebody else's stuff or whatever, and how far are you going to let them come in as well. So, but it's like, really, it's up to us to create how far we let them in, okay, or let that in, or whatever it is. So, and you know, there's the bubble side of things that you can visualize with whatever energy, light, color energy that you have in there. But the guardians of the light are also offer their assistance, so calling them in and asking them for assistance to help you, you know, to shine their light with you as well, okay? Anyway, I'm going to leave that there with you now, Capricorn. I hope that makes sense for you. There is a lot of movement. This is a beautiful reading, believe it or not, because it means there is shifting, there is something moving, and you're able to heal something else in your past, okay, as well. Cool. Anyway, lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. Also in prosperity and abundance. Bye for now, and actually we'll see you in a couple of weeks.